Hello. In today's philosophical ethics video, I want to discuss cultural relativism and the arguments around it. Before we really dig in, we have to understand what cultural relativism is. And simply put, cultural relativism is an ethical theory. An ethical theory explains why an action is wrong and why an action is morally permissible or morally obligatory. So, cultural relativism proposes what's moral and what's ethical is dependent or relative to cultural attitudes. You see, relativism identifies with the majority view. What's ethical in a culture depends on the majority view. So, if the consensus in culture A disapproves of circumcision, then it is wrong for people in culture A to do circumcision. So now when we consider arguments around cultural relativism, people often appeal to it on the grounds of tolerance. They may say something along the lines of, who am I to judge? Who are we to judge? It's their culture. It's their practices, their traditions. They may say, we should be tolerant and accepting of cultural differences. One problem with that reasoning is that no culture holds that we should be accepting and tolerant of everything no matter what. According to cultural relativism, I should only be tolerant and accepting to what my culture accepts and tolerates. The idea of universal tolerance contradicts cultural relativism because cultural relativism states that what is ethical, what is moral, is culture-bound. It's not universal. Others argue for cultural relativism to avoid challenging issues or topics. Think of any controversial topic in society. Say abortion. Well, if you want to avoid challenging topics, all you have to say is, well, what's the majority view? If the majority disapproves of abortion, then there's no further need to investigate. Abortion is wrong. Oh, what's that culture say over there? Oh, that culture says that X is okay to do. Well, X is okay to do. We don't have to investigate anymore. Everybody can see that there are some profound disagreements, some profound ethical disagreements between cultures. And from this fact, relativists will say, hey, they'll conclude that we should accept cultural relativism. But the reasoning for this is extremely problematic and doubtful because when there are disagreements on an issue, usually one side is correct. If Mark over there says Earth is flat and I say that the Earth is spherical, we both can't be right. The relativist will say, hey, you both can be right. But in actuality, only one of us can be right. But how can we tell which side is correct? Arguments. We can tell which side is correct by evaluating the arguments on each side. Do cultures that support X have good reason to support it, to support facts? Or is the case against it stronger? So, in conclusion, cultural relativism is an ethical theory that aligns with the majority view. People who argue for it usually argue on the grounds of tolerance. And they are right in the sense that we should be tolerant and accepting of different cultures. Because some things may be strange to us. But different is not the same as wrong. And cultural relativism can help us with that. Ultimately, cultures are like people. They can be wrong. We are wrong, so they can be wrong as well. I challenge you to analyze things within your culture. Analyze things that your culture approves of and that your culture disapproves of. And ask why. Figure out why they disapprove of it. Do they give good reasoning for it? With that, I thank you for checking out this video and I wish you the best of luck on your philosophical journey.